Welcome to our little tale. If you enjoy, then please share so others can also enjoy. Without further ado, let's get started. The survivors first heard him before they saw him. Not the usual zombie groans, those hollow, throat-torn sounds that drifted through abandoned streets, but something stranger. Hold on, technical difficulties. A dull clack echoed across the empty parking lot. When the survivors peeked around the rusted bus, they saw him. A zombie stood beneath the flickering remains of an old theater marquee. His suit hung in strips, his tie half-eaten by time, and one eye sagged lower than the other. His skin was the gray-green shade of spoiled milk. And his jaw lay on the ground. The zombie bent slowly, picked it up, dusted it off against his sleeve, and clicked it back into place. "Sorry," he said. "Union rules. Comedians need their jaws." The survivors stared. "Please don't scream," the zombie added. "You'll ruin the timing." "My name," he said, bowing slightly, "used to be Martin Graves. Stand-up comedian. Played every dive bar between Glasgow and Brighton." He lifted a finger dramatically. "Now I'm Martin Graves, open mic Undead Edition." His jaw fell off again. Clack. He sighed, picked it up, and held it in place while speaking. "Stage fright. Happens when the ligaments rot." One of the survivors whispered, "Why is he performing?" Martin shrugged. "Well, what else am I supposed to do? Chase people? Bite them? Everyone does that. But stand-up comedy? That's art." He straightened his torn jacket. "Now before we begin, full disclosure." He lifted the jaw and pressed it into place with both hands. "I have to reattach this before every joke. Click. Doctor's orders. Joke number 1. He raised a finger. "All right, first one." He grabbed his jaw, pressed it firmly. Click. "Why do zombies just love graveyards?" Pause. "Because people are dying to get in." The survivors blinked. The zombie waited. One survivor groaned. Martin beamed. "Good crowd." His jaw dropped again. Clack. "Joke number 2." He picked it up again. Okay, hold on, jaw reset." Click. "I tried dieting after becoming a zombie." Pause. "Turns out the only thing on the menu is people. Talk about a restrictive diet." A survivor accidentally laughed. Martin pointed. "You. Front row. Thank you." Jaw fell. Clack. "Joke number 3. He lifted the jaw again. "Technical adjustment." Click. "My doctor said I need more brains in my diet." Pause. "I said, Doc, I've been trying, but the smart people are hiding." Even the survivors chuckled. Joke number 4. Jaw reset. Click. "Dating as a zombie is hard." Pause. "My last girlfriend said I was feeling more distant lately." He leaned closer. "I told her I had already given an arm and a leg to the relationship." Joke number 5. Jaw fell again. Clack. "Hold on, folks. This is why I never made it on the TV." Click. "What's the hardest part about being undead?" Pause. "Customer service. Everyone complains when you eat them." The zombie suddenly grew quiet. He set his jaw on correctly but didn't tell a joke. Instead he looked at his hands, fingers yellowed and peeling. "Do you want to know what it's actually like?" The survivors didn't answer. He continued anyway. "Decay is slow. That's the cruel part." His voice softened. "You wake up every morning and another piece of you has resigned. My skin loosens like old wallpaper. My bones feel hollow, like abandoned houses. The virus, if that's what it is, lives inside everything. It rewrites hunger. Not hunger like you know. Not a sandwich hunger. Not even starving hunger." He tapped his chest. "It's deeper. It's a noise in the spine. A pressure behind the teeth. It says, eat or vanish." But here's the strange part. I remember jokes. Not my childhood. Not my mother's face. But jokes. He chuckled weakly. "Comedy survives the apocalypse. And when the hunger rises, when the smell of warm blood crawls through the air." He swallowed. "I try to tell a joke instead." His jaw slipped loose and dropped again. Clack. He sighed. See? Even my face is falling apart during the serious bit. Joke number 6. Jaw reset. Click. Why did the zombie break up with his girlfriend? Pause. She said the only thing they had in common was rigor mortis. Joke number 7. Clack. Reattach. Click. What do zombies call fast food? Pause. Joggers. A survivor groaned loudly. Martin pointed excitedly. Oh. Tough crowd. I love it. Joke number 8. Jaw adjustment. Click. I tried joining a gym after the apocalypse. Pause. I literally saw the weight drop off me. Joke number 9. Jaw fell again. Clack. He crouched slowly to retrieve it. Hang on, folks. Props department's failing. Click. What's a zombie's favorite weather? Pause. Brainstorms. Even the toughest survivor laughed. Martin bowed. Thank you, thank you. Joke number 10. He lifted the jaw again with ceremony. This is the closer. Click. I used to be afraid of dying. Pause. Now I'm just afraid of running out of people to tell jokes to. The survivors slowly relaxed. None of them noticed that Martin had stepped closer. And closer. And closer. Until he stood just a few feet away. His eyes softened. You see, comedy works. He inhaled deeply. Laughing keeps the hunger quiet. But only for a while. His jaw fell off again. Clack. He didn't pick it up this time. Instead he whispered through broken teeth. I used to kill with my jokes. Pause. Now I just try not to kill the audience. He picked up his jaw again. Click. Then he straightened his jacket and sighed. Anyway, tip your waiter. He turned slowly and shuffled back toward the abandoned theater. One survivor called after him. Hey! Martin turned. Yeah. Those jokes, where'd you learn them? The zombie smiled. Comedy clubs. Pause. Graveyards. His jaw dropped one last time. Clack. Best audiences. And he wandered off into the darkness, still practicing punchlines no one was supposed to hear. Somewhere in the distance, the survivors heard him shouting again. Wait, don't run, this next one is really good. And then, clack. Hold on. Let me reattach my jaw first. Thank you for listening to our little tale. If you enjoyed it, please consider sharing it. As always, until next time. Be well.